My name's Ciara Campbell. I graduated from the Ulster University Jordanstown campus in July 2013 from a degree in sport and exercise science. I started in PWC directly after I graduated in September 2013, and I joined the Foundation NI programme in consulting, specifically consulting research, and I'm based in a unit in Belfast known as RTI, and that's Research to Insight. My current day job in RTI includes a lot of client engagement and relationship building. I work primarily with quantitative and qualitative data, the two primary forms of research methods that we have. It involves, in the most simplistic terms, designing a questionnaire, implementing the questionnaire, gathering the data and analysing the data to provide outputs, recommendations and a final deliverable for a client. During my second year in sport and exercise science, we studied a module known as research methods, which picked up on a lot of the keywords I just mentioned. It was from that I kind of developed probably a nosiness, really, and a sense of curiosity, which has led me to really enjoy my job because we're answering questions that the client can't answer for themselves. This was further developed during my dissertation in final year, where I undertook a quantitative-based study, as my dissertation was fully research-based. I've been able to play on that further, and it's really about asking those questions, deciding the best method to find out the answers to those questions. May it be through an online survey, may it be through focus groups, may it be the ethnography out in the field. And I do that in my day-to-day job and was able to develop the skills that I learnt in university through those modules into my role as a consultant in RTI within PWC.
Good.
So from quite an early stage in my university path, I decided I wanted to focus more on the less obvious business side of sport as such, which led me to undertaking a placement in business consultancy. So it was with a small firm who, although it was consultancy based, was primarily around the third sector, including sports clubs. Again, less obvious. Sports clubs have needs outside of the obvious, their athletes and their players. So I learnt a lot about the consultancy side, economic appraisals, feasibility studies, bits and pieces like that. That then, as I mentioned, developed my interests further into the wider business consultancy side, outside of sport. Northern Ireland is a small place, but there's so many offerings, both with sports clubs, charities, and now what I work in primarily is business to business pieces. I started in September 2013. Since then, I've moved forward with those skills, heavily based with public sector, which does mean that I do cross paths with both community groups and charities throughout that. And it's skills that I picked up and I've been able to relay back both in my job role and from my time in university. So for any students who are considering their career path at this stage, I would say, from my experience, don't be put off by the big corporate brands such as PWC. There really is an opening for everybody here, no matter what your degree background. The environment's really lent itself, especially in this office. It's full of a lot of graduates, those who are just starting a career path like me, although I've been here nearly 3 years. There's so many opportunities for growth in terms of what you want to learn, also the really supportive network of people picking out your strengths maybe before you even know that. The social side of PWC is fantastic. I've had a lot of opportunities to do stuff away from the desk. I even took part in a white collar boxing event last year, and to tell people I was doing that through PWC, kind of raised a few eyebrows. Really good event, and that's just one side of a lot of what we do. Also, socially and corporate sustainability is huge. We've so much time spent with people locally in Northern Ireland, and again, it's great exposure for networking with people both client-based within PWC and, as I said, within the local community, which is something which is really important to PWC in Northern Ireland.